because I think this is a map where it could potentially be a little bit more difficult to do that. It feels like there's more slipways, more places where you can kind of weave in and out. So hopefully sAw can use that to their advantage.
It is just a very different map to Ancient, in my opinion. But maybe people are going to call me stupid and say, "Oh no, it's exactly the same, just on 2 different levels," which is definitely
it's a pretty big difference.
But, well, let's jump into this, and we're going into the first round. sAw on CT side.
This is interesting. I'm curious to see how they're going to handle the CT side, because we know what Finest do and how well they do it, but sAw have had to constantly make adaptations throughout the course of Ancient. So to see how they're going to start things right off the bat, a bit rough.
Oh, straight off the bat, we're going to be seeing a Twist lose ahead by taking it, rather. PlesseN still alive at the moment. One of the key players we'll see coming into the fray here. The smoke's going to go down fantastically well for the T-side. Team Finest showing what they're made of. They may well be a new organized team that show that they actually have some skill, but the kill is going to come through from the CT side, stopping the bomb plot. But now it's going to be a 1 versus 4. First kill comes out. Mutris, the key player, the highest fragger in the server, I think, is going to be able to find 1, maybe even another 2, but he's going to have to hit heads. But the teammates on the other side are going to help, and Narcres is going to be able to find a kill onto PlesseN. Guys is going to be on a low HP here. Kreese, well, he's just a single headshot away as well, but the switch around over towards the Glock's going to work in his favor. It was a burst. No. He still hits the headshot. No less, he switches over. Sound of the cricket's going to be played as he clicks that right button. He's going to go pick up a defuse kit. This is key, but he has to find the kill. He doesn't have time to mess around here. 41 HP. He's got quite a few different kills on his mark. He's going to be taking the fake click. And now he's going to have to rush. He's going to go play for this. He's going to be able to get the headshot. He goes for the burst, gets the kill. And he's going to get the defuse. A 1 versus 4. An insane turn of events. And Narcres is going to be kicking himself in the side. Essentially losing his team that round.
A 1 versus 3. I mean, he plays that so well, and I was a little bit concerned about how that started, but watching how Finest push in onto the site, and again, you know, we see how pistol rounds tend to be kind of rushy, kind of messy, and it's exactly how it plays out. They get it onto the site and very ballsy, in the midst of fire raining in from each side, they try and go for the plants, and people do manage to deny that, but it takes a while for them to get into position, and it's pure heroics for Mutris that actually nets them that first round.
Well, Roman's going to be peeking down over towards a ramp here. PlesseN with the Galil already done a headshot, but not quite the kill. That's unfortunately the behavior of the Galil. But he does take down an MP9 player. Down to 11 HP. That's going to be making it fairly easy. Nice position here from the T's as well. But PlesseN's going to get taken down to 72 HP. Good grenades. Utility usage is proven fairly nice. Mutris. A different angle over towards mid. Just to make sure they can't get up and over. Squeaky. Roman takes a kill. Narcres is going to go down. No team kills this round. And Mutris gets the flash off over towards mid. Finds 1. Twist is going to get taken down. He might just be able to get another kill here. Manage to take down Shocks. And this should be a game. Well, not game, sorry. Round over. 1 player left. We're not quite there yet. It's going to be PlesseN. And unfortunately, not going to be able to do anything against Roman here.
You're starting to sound like my matchmaking teammates. Last 2 rounds, guys. GG's, game over.
GG's, we're done. QQ.
Yeah, thankfully, that's not the case here. There is still a chance. This is a great start from sAw, though. You know, it took them a little while to find some momentum on Ancient, but this time around, they're starting pretty early on to try and make that one happen. Of course, they're going to have a big advantage here, just in terms of, like, what they have available to them, and we see a lot of utility coming out here again, doing what I lauded Finest for, what I was happy to see sAw start doing on Ancient, and just isolating as much as possible.
Some easy kills here, but I will say it has gone down, and a headshot over towards Mutris as well. This could change, but Kreese is now going to have to do a 1v4 with just a pistol in hand, and Kreese is going to get found. Fairly easy. Nice round from sAw, so they're going to get 3 rounds in the bag, but we're still very much at the start here. Remember, first game went over towards the side of Team Finest.
So still a lot of time here as well for Finest to turn things around. I mean, such is the nature. You win the pistol round, and very often that turns into a little bit of a snowball effect. Now as we find ourselves on round 4, of course, Finest are able to match up, in fact, better in some instances, the weaponry that they do have available. So sAw can have to put a little bit more effort here in that isolation, in making sure that Finest cannot make their way up
That was a really good spray. He's going to be able to take down Anaka very low. That's going to leave him as a potential one-tappable an opponent here. So I don't know, you're going to get tagged down heavily as well. So they are going to have to keep that in mind now going forward into this game. Still 5v5, no kills, but damage has been done. Still minute 20 left on the clock. Flashes out over towards B site. Looking to try and make this up from Lurk. B stairs, they might just be able to find their way. Roman still holding his position. The mountain goes for the spray through the wall, gets some damage, but enough. He's not enough. PlesseN, he's going to get the kill instead through the wall. He's going to show his head. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to find a kill. The feet of Anarkaz are spotted. So he's going to have to back off here, but he's going to be going in for a little bit of an aggressive push. Unfortunate for his side, leaving Mutris in a bit of a difficult situation, but we know what he's capable of on this site. He's not going to be able to hold any kind of high advantage here, and it might be the counter rotation going back over towards the site, because we do see Kriya's spotted. He does manage to finally get some damage down on towards Just, who only has an MP9. He doesn't have the bomb though. Let's rotate him on over.
Rotation. Oh. Such a tough spot to try and create the space here. Put out.
Now PlesseN's going to be able to get taken down. Archie doing a fantastic job and just be able to find two, but eventually going to get taken down. Mutris from the sidelines going to be able to make it down into a 1 versus 2 situation. MP9 and M4, they've spotted him out. The headshot to body shot is going to work fantastic. More money in the bank here. And you know what? sAw, that was right on the knife's edge. They almost didn't have that.
Honestly, so ramp and stairs feel like the definition of gatekeeping. It feels really difficult to actually push your way in, and you need to crack open an opening. And finally, Finest are able to do that. PlesseN gets that first kill, it gives them an opportunity, but no, that's not actually where they're pushing, because in the meantime, Kriya's has gone and pushed into B site and realized that it's open. But the rotation is so quick and easy for sAw. Kriya's isn't able to get any value because there's just a little bit of a hide-and-seek game. By the time the rest of Team Finest get there, sAw's already in a position to shut it down. Yes, it was knife's edge. It was very, very close, far closer than sAw would have wanted, but they used the map to their advantage. I mean, this might not be their map pick, but they're really making Finest work for it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. We're going to push over towards A ramp, and they're going to get it. Grenade's going to be coming out from Mutris. Should deliver a decent amount of damage. Taking 2 of the players down half. Twist and Anarkaz going to get taken down. AWP in hand. So Dodo looking to make fast work of this. Shox are going to be able to get a kill with that stolen M4. Smoke goes out, cuts off this AWP from being able to spot out anything. It's going to be super dangerous. The bomb is going down. No real man advantage, but there is armor and weapon advantage over the CT side. They're going to have to go in for a full retake. Lots of utility, 3 smokes, 2 flashes. They're going to have to come all from the same position. This is what's going to make it difficult. The smoke's going to have to be used very tactically. Make sure they can get the defuse kits out on towards the site. Cutting off multiple parts here. This is a good retake strategy from the side of sAw, but unfortunately for them, they are going to be in a difficult situation. The fuse is going to be coming through. Arky, he's just sitting there. Pros don't fake. He gets it. And PlesseN and Shock still alive. They get taken down here. They're going to have no money.
If you are Finest, you are kicking yourself. What do they say? Pros don't fake? He just sticks it in the smoke. There's no spam coming through. Finest are playing so hesitantly. They're so terrified that if they peek out, they're going to get, shot down, and they're going to wind up losing the round, that they kind of give the round over for free. That is a rough spot, and thank goodness they're still able to buy up here. But this could be the last round that they're actually able to scrape something together. If they lose this, they're in a world of pain.
Yeah, they're going to be able to purchase across a couple of players here. They do have a round loss bonus of 3,400 every single round. At the moment, Twist is going to be able to get a kill. Nice trade off here. Just is going to be able to take down PlesseN, but they've lost side control over towards B. We just have 1 CT left here. Actually, Mutris, he's got the position. Does a lot of damage. Gets the kill as well. How many smoke kills has Mutris got? Someone will tell me in chat. Go have a look through the board. I want to know. Flash are going to be going through, but Shox from behind. Going to be able to take down Rome as he tries to go through Squeaky here, through Boost. And just going to be able to boost himself up and over, trying to spot out any of the players. There should be a bomb plant going down in a moment, and somehow Mutris has made his way around to the side, unspotted by Shox, just pixel perfect there. Twist making his way over towards site. He has got the bomb. We do still have one of their players down, well, oh yeah, up actually over towards mid. He's now having to switch down and try to go up behind, up towards the stairs. Make his way up here to support them as the bomb goes down. And oh, what was that? That was through the side of the smoke. This AWP just doing a fantastic job. They're going to be cutting off the boost. This is where they can get the bomb and get it planted, but it's in a different position. They're going to get spotted, so they're going to get the spot on an Arcade saying, nope, not today, brother. Gonna get taken down. 1 versus 2 situation. This is gonna be super difficult. sAw, they know they've got 20 seconds left. The bomb has gone down. Now the time is ticking. AWP and M4 versus M4 on Shox, who is a beautiful player. He might just be able to find one. His position is known, and Mutrus going to be playing off that fantastically. Comes down the corner, catches him off guard, gets the kill, and that's going to be the 6th round on the board. Not losing a single one so far.
The teamwork and the synergy between Stododo and Mutrus whilst there. So Stododo's holding the angle, Mutrus is slightly higher up, and as soon as somebody comes into, it starts to move in towards, he can kind of spot it out or possibly hear it out, call it across, and Stododo just holds the angle. He holds the line. I mean, that was one of the offers that we had highlighted earlier on, and now we're starting to see that come through. A little bit quiet on Ancient, but it's in those really, really important moments that he makes the magic happen. As you mentioned, Finest, of course, now are able to at least buy in, and they still have the max last round bonus because they haven't won a round yet, but still getting closer and closer to a situation where they might not realistically be able to come back strong from.
Mutrus is going to be in a difficult position, but his position should be known. Shox doesn't try to challenge it. I do like to see that know when you just shouldn't take the fight. And that's exactly what he was able to do there. PlesseN, once again, trying to go for this position, but Roman's fantastic. He's going to be getting taken down, though, because that flash was fantastic from Twist. Mutrus now going to have to go in for the rotation. There's just no way any of the players are going to come from there. They're going in for the A site here. They may well just be able to take it. They've taken over top ramp. The burn-in is going to happen, though. PlesseN, once again, he has to think about fire. He can't quite hold himself back. Twist is going to get taken down, though. So I don't know. Not standing a single chance behind the concrete barrel there. Now, Arky's going to come around the corner, gets a kill, but tagged down and then traded down by the fire. Unfortunately for him, not able to survive on that front. Leaving Mutrus and just alive to try and clutch this in a 2 versus 4 situation. This could be the first round for the side of Team Finest. Coming just exactly when they need it, but you know what? Mutrus is in a perfect clutch position. He spots out 2 of them, he finds 1, he finds 2. He's going to get taken out, though, by the AWP, but he's evened it up to a 1v2. Kriaz spotted, though. He is now known. And now the rotation over towards the B site is happening. Full control and easy rotation for the side of Tees.
This is a rough spot for Just to be in, and oh, wow, okay, catches Kriaz with his pants down. Now in a 1 versus 1, it's absolutely doable.
Might just be able to do it. Does a lot of damage here. All he needs is 1, but so does Anarquez, and that's what he delivers. And finally, gonna get 1 board on the round, Sam.
1 board on the round.
I'm getting so flustered by the fact that Team Finest are finally gonna be able to get around.
Yeah, I mean, that was a much better round than what we had seen so far on this map. And, you know, we talk about how important adaptations are, and it felt like they looked a little bit more coordinated in that round, you know, and in the way that they were approaching ramp and how they were starting to create space for themselves, communicating well amongst one another to get themselves a good position in onto site. And okay, it got really dicey towards the end there. sAw whittled them down to that 1 versus 1, but Anarquez, I mean, we spoke about him, the star AWPer for this team, and really shows his stuff there. You can actually see him like so patiently just waiting behind that pillar, waiting for the perfect peak to make sure that he is able to hit that shot. And it was a very important shot to hit, because if he doesn't hit that one, they go 7-0, and they probably can't buy. Now, at least they have a little bit of room to breathe, but we talk about how important momentum is. We need to see that momentum keep going here.
And no AWP on the side of sAw. Very little money in the bag. Just as 1,400. They won't get much from this round if they don't win it. Kriaz is going to be down at the bottom of the stairs. Just lurking around. Just going to be a couple of meters above and to the side of him. Not really going to be achieving too much. Roman is going to get tagged down by the AWP, but in turn does a lot of damage himself to the AVP player. And that's pretty much all you're going to be wanting to do. That's just basically just want a player through that. He's going to get pushed by the fire, but fortunately for him, he peaked at the exact right time. Going to be able to get a kill on PlesseN, who unfortunately just really hasn't been on par this game. He's been really lackluster compared to what I would really expect from him, and I think this is where their issues are, is just that the players aren't quite happy with this map. They seemingly are happy on the maps that they're like not happy on, so I guess it's a little bit weird. So I don't know, they're going to be pushing. He may not have an AWP, but he has got an M4, and he is a sharpshooter with it. Going to be able to jump Roman down this corridor. Going to get taken down, but a nice trade from Mutra should be happening. A 3-2-1 situation. Fantastic. Getting Kriaz. Molotov going to be coming out, but Stadado going to be in a fantastic position. Hide behind this crate. Does get burnt a little bit, but nothing too major. And he jumped at the wrong time. Misses the shot, but gets the info. Last two players have got 51 points of HP combined.
We know that this map, much like Ancient, does favor CTs quite heavily, but we find ourselves in a very similar situation to what we had with Finest on the CT previously, where sAw weren't able to rack up enough rounds to make it matter. And this could be the complete reverse situation for Finest, where they might not be able to actually make something happen. They had a really solid round, and then immediately it just gets taken away from them. sAw are adapting so quickly to everything that Finest are doing. They know the smokes that Finest are lining up. They know where the mollies are likely going to land. And some of these smokes have come down to pixels. You just barely make out a silhouette through the smoke. And of course, able to connect those shots really, really handedly to give yourself that advantage. And Finest have to start turning it around now, because yes, it is CT-sided, but you have to have a buffer, because if you don't have a buffer, then you have to win every single round, which is realistically not very realistic.
Yeah, we saw this issue last map. sAw were just not able to pick up many. Well, they picked up 5 rounds on their T side on Ancient. Obviously, different maps, different positions, different advantages, etc. But still, when it comes down to it, they're doing to Team Finest what happened to them on Ancient. And unfortunately, you know what? I'd probably say that Team Finest actually looking a little bit flustered in this compared to what sAw were like. Their composure isn't holding together as well as sAw's were on the Ancient, and Mutris and Stadado just doing fantastic. These two players, and Arky joining in saying, hey, it's not just them, it's me as well. Mutris gonna get tagged down to 68, but the player Roman, he's in a different position, switching up and making sure their composition of positions they hold isn't known. Just over towards the B site, we are in a 1 versus 1 situation. He now knows where they are. The rest of his team can push on over if they want to, or they can just go in for the information play, which it seems like they are doing. They've pushed down a ramp, and they're just gonna go hunt for this player. Look at the money. There's nothing in the bag for the T side, but you know what, CTs, they can afford to lose a couple guns, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, especially since they're going to win this round, so that just kind of feeds into it. And what I did find funny, so I just wanted to double check my notes on this one, and actually Vertigo is both of these teams statistically worst maps. And I think for sAw it comes down a lot to just not playing it very often. It is one of their lower played maps, but it is quite funny to see that they've somehow wound up playing this into one another, and sAw is just absolutely dominating right now. Finest of Ukri is, of course, making the right call here to hold on to the weapon, because in this next round, they'll be okay. But you don't want to give over more than is absolutely necessary. And you're going to have to buy up for one another, and sAw have been making this very, very rough.
Yeah, it really does make me question why they picked Vertigo of all maps.
Honestly.
I mean, I'm just going to even double check on my notes, and just even on one of the stats here, just to double check on something, because I think Inferno would actually have been a much better call for them, if not just anything else. You know what, Team Finest, they did well in Nuke, so hell, why not just take a swing and a miss on that one, and just be like, okay, cool, we're just gonna see if we're gonna be lucky or not on that one. We're gonna be going out of a break now into the next round, and really, I think it really comes down to these next couple of rounds. sAw, if they manage to get 11 rounds on the board, it's going to be super difficult for Finest to do anything on the CT side.
Yeah, at least if they lose this round, then they still have a chance, because again, that loss streak bonus is starting to build up. It's not the way you want to win. You don't want to win off the back of a loss streak bonus, but you know what? You take what you can get very, very often. And okay, we're seeing a little bit of adaptation here. They were heavily contesting ramp around this time. We're seeing a change, and it does not work out.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen here. But I'm just going to take what back I said about Inferno. They definitely did not want to go up against sAw on Inferno, so I understand why they put it last. Roman, though, is going to get taken out by PlesseN. He's woken up, gets a kill. 2 versus 3, that's a lot more kills than I was expecting from Team Finest on this pistol round, but they may well just be able to keep going, keep chugging, and manage to get a couple of extra kills, but they do need some weapons, so recovery on any of the M4s, AKs in this round is crucial to them winning, I'd have to say. No damage done on either one of these players, but they Well, actually, they do have full armor on both of them, so that is an interesting situation for them. If they can get weapons, it's going to even up the scoreboard here. Do need to get a reload. 15 bullets in the mag at the moment. You can't pick up that defuse kit, mate. You can definitely try, but wrong side. Peeking up.
Yeah. Oh, spam through the smoke. Not going to connect this time around, unfortunately.
Going to be going down. PlesseN. Going to be holding sidelines. This is looking really good. Twist with the Deagle. He needs to land one of these shots. It's so crucial. He lands the damage, and that's going to enable PlesseN to be able to get one, maybe even two, but the third, he can't. Arky comes to the hero save, gets the kill, takes the rounds. The 9 on the side of sAw, that is super impressive. But you know what? Team Finest, respectable.
Honestly, I mean, that was a devastating round for Finest because they came so close. And again, you know, you bring it down to that 1 versus 1, and it's always someone who's just going to be there to deny it. And it's really sad. It was a round that Finest would have loved to have had in the bag there. But yeah, just snatched away at the very last second. They do at least get the plant bonus as well. It's not massive, but every cent counts, particularly when you're consistently at this rough spot. Hopefully they'll be able to get some decent buys for the next couple of rounds, but we're dangerously close to double digits. We're getting to the point of no return. And what makes it so much worse is we saw an adaptation, something new and totally out there from Finest, and sAw just shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, it really came down to the wire for the side of sAw, but they were able to bring it back. It was, you know what, like, I think it was really respectable for Finest to be able to try and do that, but being able to get that second round on the board has proven a lot harder than they expected. Even that first round was, like, what, I think it came through at, like, round 7 or 8. So,
yeah,
they've still got a long way to go in regards to improvements, and like you said, we're nearly at double digits, and that's going to be proven super difficult to recover on. Grenade going to be coming out from PlesseN, though. Let's rotate on over, see the action coming on through. No kills yet, waiting to see if anyone's going to be peeking out through the concrete. No one has, though, but also just always worried about the fact that he's going to get shot in the back. Just so much uncertainty here is going to cause a couple of issues. Now, smokes are going to be coming out from the CT side, looking to try to play a little bit of aggressive on this. Smoke from the T side as well, a little bit misplaced, but Korea's going to be able to get the AWP shot out here, and Akaras doesn't have the ult this time. Low HP, the spray is going to be coming out. Arkin's going to get one, but not the second one. Now, just in a 1v4. This is a big ask. That execution from Team Finest worked out fantastically, and he's going to be trying to save himself alive. His position is now well known. He's going to be chucking out flash grenades, but there's a player behind him, and Arkrez is going to be able to get the kill, trying to make up for past discretions.
I like this. The slower pace again from Finest, and I think that a lot of that comes down to pretty good positioning from PlesseN there, holding down the line and giving over the information wherever possible about what is happening on site and whether it's safe to push out. And then we get Anarchez getting that first vital pick off. I say first, I mean, we were a little bit into it, but in that engagement, that op shot was so important to clear out a little bit of space, clear at least one of those angles, and then give Finest a chance to get in onto the site. But it's only the second round. And yes, we are seeing some good adaptation, but again, I have to ask, is it too little too late? Again, you know, we've got 3 rounds left, and this is where we found ourselves, or 4 rounds, and this is where we found ourselves a similar situation on Ancient as well, asking the same question. So Finest have to kind of make something happen here. They have to push this forward, because if they don't, then the second round is, well, the second half is going to be incredibly messy.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose any more rounds. Team Finest, 2 rounds on the board at the moment. So he's going to be peeking down the ramp. Can't see anyone yet. Molotovs and utilities going to get used. He has to be careful. He could get counter spammed and counter shot here, but Arky, he's actually going to be down in lurk. This could be proven a fantastic opportunity for him. He's going to probably jump on top of those concrete parts. No, he's going to stay in this lower part. As a re-smoke has come through, it's going to allow him to go up the steps. Grenade comes down, no damage done. So they're going to have to struggle on and do their best to try and stop Team Finest from scoring any more points, because on the T-side, they're going to be in a big lot of trouble. Riaz should know that there is a player there. Sotodo is going to be tagged down heavily over towards the other site, team at site A. He's going to be above these players. He's just heard that reload. He's going to be sitting here in a very precarious situation. Information is out. He drops down. He's now going to be able to counter position them, but he's going to be having a player from either side. He's going to get caught off guard, but not before he finds one. Turns around, gets another! What was going on there? Kriaz with the bomb. It's just dropped. PlesseN He's going to be left in a... Never mind, going to get taken down. And Team Finest, what's going on?
They're not getting any of the same map control value that they had before. And I'm going to bring it back to how I talked about how, like, rampant stairs seem hella gatekeepy. Just the sheer amount of utility that you can use, and you're consistently pushing the T's back. You're not giving them any space to push in. I mean, we need to see a lot more counter utility, I think. They need to be creating that space, getting through, and pushing in a little bit more aggressively, because the slow playstyle tends to work. Maybe if you can pull out more of the utility until you're in a position where you can push through what little is left. So you're either going in hyper aggressive, or you're waiting until there's like 30 seconds left and hoping there's no util left.
Yeah, super difficult to be able to try and call that one on, but Team Finest, they can't allow any more maps on rounds on the board, but Twist gonna get taken down there, headshot to body shot. Unfortunate for him, leaving the man advantage on the side of sAw. They're going to have everything to be able to play for here. Team Finest have to play out their mind. PlesseN, he's not really woken up yet. He's got a couple of kills on the board, but not really that many. 9 kills, 11 deaths. Concrete is now going to be a big issue for them. Such that they're going to be in a fantastic position. If he just plays this slow, he's going to be able to catch them completely off guard, because they're not going to check it. There's a player off to his right. He's going to get killed, and it's going to... just a follow-up, and this should just be it. That is over, and that's going to be 11th round on the board for sAw. This is where I said it is maybe just be too far gone for Team Finest to bring this through. I think we're probably at this point, and I might just be calling it too early, but I think Team Finest is going to have to either take this to overtime or lose this map.
Map 3, I mean, what I find really funny is you're like, oh, Finest definitely didn't want to see sAw on Inferno, and that seems like it's going to happen either way. Unfortunately, as you said, we've more or less reached the point of no return, unless Finest show essentially what sAw have done and just string a billion rounds together. But it's a tough ask to see if that actually can happen, and of course with PlesseN, is he standing in another molly?
He was completely flashed there, so I will forgive him, but...
That's fair, that's fair.
Again, just 81 damage done by a Molotov. Man, sAw have done so much damage with Incendiary Molotovs. It's hilarious. Shock's though going to be entering the site. This is big. They're able to get 1 kill. Now they get even more, but they're going to get absolutely shredded. Never mind, he's going to be making it back. This could be the 3rd round on the board, and...
And we're jumping straight back in. Oh, they've really jumped straight back in.
Wow, okay, we're going to be a little bit too late on this front, so we're going to have to do our best to catch up with this. Is he going to be able to get killed? No, it's going to be Kriaz with a nice counter shot onto him, but the bomb hasn't gone down. The T's are going to be able to find multiple kills. 2 versus 2 situation. It's now going to be down to Mutrus once again to clutch the pistol round out in a 1v2 situation. He's going to be able to potentially find the first kill. No, he's going to get tapped down heavily. Turns around, can't get the kill. Team Finest again going to be able to pick the first round up. The pistol round going in favor of Team Finest. PlesseN gets the defuse.
Oh, an important one to win. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see most of the start of it, but as we jumped in towards the end there, really well played there from Finest. And, as we had mentioned, we'd gotten really close to essentially the point of no return in that previous half, and Team Finest hadn't quite been able to find any sort of footing on their T side. But we had mentioned that this map does tend to favor the CTs a little bit, so hopefully they'll be able to find that fitting. With only potentially 5 rounds. I mean, well, sAw only need to win 5 rounds. Let's put it that way. Team Finest have a good start here, disallowing any real potential in these first couple of rounds. But sAw haven't really been a team to give up.
They're going to be sticking at it. They've got a lot of rounds on the board. They want to try and prove what they're made of and not have to go through to the loser bracket after this game and have to play tomorrow against the winners. The other game that is currently going on. Team Finest, they're going to be doing their best to clutch this out. It's not going to happen though. Anarchas is going to be going down. Here's M4. Could be now in the hands of the T's. And they are missing a weapon, so they can definitely benefit from this. They're going to be able to, okay, chuck everything on over. Smart play coming out from this side. Shocks. Holding over towards mid, making sure no one can rotate easily on this front. And sAw, they turned it around, they played just a little bit slow. Now they're going to be trying to speed it up. Roman finds a kill. They're picking up over towards ramp, and Kriaz are going to have to back off. This is going to be a 5 versus 3 situation. Might just be able to find their position here over towards the ace. Slight creeping up on over. Kriaz is going to be in a key position. He's going to do a lot of damage, but couldn't get the kill. That is unfortunate. Concrete is now being cleared by the T's, and they're now going to be using the same smoke strategy that we saw from Team Finest, but they're going to be doing it in a much better fashion so far. Having done a lot of damage, got a lot of kills, but most of the side of the players on the T side are going to be one-shotable, but it's going to be a 2 versus 5 situation. Bomb has gone down. No defuse kits in the hands of the CTs. They have to back off, and this is going to be the 12th round on the board for sAw, so they might have won the first round, but that's going to be it.
Well, I want to draw some parallels to what we saw on Ancient, because so far, this second half has played out exactly the way the first half on Ancient did, where Team Finest win the pistol, sAw win the Force in the second round. Which is exactly what's happened here, and then Finest went on to win 1 billion rounds in a row. So we can't read too much into this right now. I think that it's safe to say that sAw have learned a lot from the previous rounds that have been played on the previous map as well, so hopefully they're not going to be making the same mistakes that we saw them make on Ancient. Hopefully they'll be able to kind of leverage a little bit more here on this T side, but so far so good. We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. They did manage to, snatch a couple of rifles there, and that's going to help their buy as well. Help them make sure that they've got quite a lot for this next round. As Team Finest, unfortunately, after losing that round, they're now back down onto their personal. A teeny bit of firepower there, but it's not terribly much.
They're going to have to hit a lot of headshots with those Huandigs, but it's definitely going to be fairly difficult to be able to do. Mutrus with the M4. He's really going to be pushing up here, laying the pressure on. Kriaz in a decent position to hold from above, but realistically, the CTs just have such a massive disadvantage in this in so many ways. Team Finest is going to have a lot of pressure on their shoulders right now. 5 rounds on the board. They can't afford to lose a single one more. Not even a single player. Talking of which, Rome is going to be able to find Kriaz, who was just a little bit too slow to react. This is an interesting boost. They've got Twist up here. Watch now, see what up, and he's going to be able to get the first kill. Now they have to back off. The Incendiary Grenade is going to be working fairly well. They chuck out the utility, but it's not really going to affect too many people on that front. But the grenade from Justice should be able to bounce off. Still beam, and here someone does it right. The smoke spam that may well work in their favor. Not on the Deagles though, unfortunately for them. It's going to be player close on sight, but it's going to be Arky's going to get found first. Twist is going to have no HP left as he's going to get absolutely slammed. And shots to PlesseN. Going to have to do a big job here. 2 versus 4. They find one. PlesseN, though, going to get stuck in a very difficult position. Musa's going to take him down. Shocks. Deagle in hand. Here's the bomb going down. I mean, what do you do in this scenario? You've got a Deagle. You've got some armor. No head armor, but that doesn't even really matter in this situation. Smoke in hand as well. No defuse kit. Time is not in his favor. He takes a shot. Doesn't get the kill, and he's like, all right, well, going to have to reposition. He's got 4 bullets left in the mag right now, if I'm right in saying. Maybe even less. He's waiting for them to come to him, try to get an exit frag if he can, to try and get a gun, or maybe even just lower their economy. But sAw, this is going to be the 13th round. They're not even going to risk any guns. They're going to give the side of Team Finest any kind of rope here.
Especially when they know that this is going to be statistically a rough half. So they want to just make sure that they can rope in as many rounds as possible. They already know that Finest are in a little bit of a rough spot financially. Not terrible. They can do a little bit of a light buy if they want to, but they're not where they want to be. In fact, we're going to forego a light buy, which I think is the smart move. Just make sure that you've got a lot of funds for your next round. And so this is the perfect opportunity to pivot off of this. Obviously, Finest opting not to buy here is to ensure that they have everything available in the next rounds, because if/when they lose this round, we're on 14-5 and there's 2 rounds left.
We're already going to find 2 players dead on side of the CTs. Some damage between the teammates going to happen on the side of sAw, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Marquez and his teammate Kriaz only have USPs. They might be able to do a little bit of damage here, but realistically, there's not really going to be too much of a chance they can clutch this out. They'd have to do some amazing work, which, you know, both these players are good players, so there's always that small, slim chance they could do that. sAw, they're given no chances. They're not pushing over aggressive. They're waiting. They're falling back. Oh, Narquez is going to be able to find a kill, though. I did say there was that slim chance, but the recovery of that weapon is going to be fairly hard to be able to try and do. I'm not even quite sure where it dropped. Oh, it is actually off to the right, so that recovery is completely possible. That could be a game changer here for him. There's also a smoke. He's not going to pick that up. On this corner, unfortunate for him, he's going to get caught off guard. And so that may well be 1 kill they're able to get, but there's not going to be any more in the chamber there for these players. So Dodo is going to be able to potentially pick up a pistol. I mean, a weapon if he wants. There's an AK there, but he has also got his own Galil, so may just stick for that. Kriaz, meanwhile, there's a couple of pistols on the floor, but he knows that as soon as he picks one of them up, his position is well known. I'm not even quite sure why you're walking around with a Vertigo at this point. There you go. There's the AK.
And now this is the situation that we had kind of expected, but also feared for Finest. 14-5. Now Finest will be able to buy up in this next round. So, yeah, as we mentioned, a little bit of firepower there. But I feel like they're definitely kind of on the edge of their seat here for the next few rounds, because they have to win. They have to string together an ungodly number of rounds just to keep themselves in it. And we saw be able to do it on Ancient, but they did have a little bit more. I mean, they had a whole 1 extra round, and unfortunately they didn't give away quite so much on the second half. Finest have just not been able to find their footing to try and make any sort of ingress onto one of these sites. Oh well, okay. That'll do it.
Yeah, Narquez is going to be answering you right back there. Finds a kill onto the and just going to be taking the nice trade up here. Finds a kill. Twisto onto Arky. That's going to be a big deal for them. Oh, and Just is going to be spotted. This is the turnaround we need to see. Team Finest, if they want to win this, they have to string 12 rounds back to back to back. Or if they want overtime, they need to get 11 as a bare minimum. Well, not 11, sorry, 10. So they may well just be able to do that. Team Finest slowing it down a little bit here. They've got 3 players left. Kriaz is going to be in an interesting position, trying to protect himself and not be seen so much. sAw, meanwhile, they have to do a little bit of hunting. They've only got 2 players. And they're going to even up the board up here, but Roman is going to get tagged down. That's going to be equaling him up to a single shot to the head by the M4. Might just happen as well. He's going to keep pushing up that ramp. Mutrus as well going to be following up behind them. sAw wanting to close this out. If they get 1 more round on the board, they can take a breather and relax, because they know at least they've got overtime in the bag, but they definitely don't want to leave it at that. They can then just play hard and fast with those rounds and just keep putting the momentum and pressure on the side of the CTs. Team Finest, they've got 30 seconds left on the board to stop the bomb from being planted and or defuse it. Twist going to be looking to come up from behind. Bomb has not been planted yet. They're looking to execute over towards the A site. Smoke's going to be going out. Shox is going to be stuck there by himself. He has to play for the late game, play for the retake. That is exactly what they're going to be doing. He's going to be jumping up, sees this player go over towards Concrete. His footsteps are now known. Mutrus looking to go in for the peak. He has got the spot over that smoke. He's going to dissipate, and the tags are going to be coming out. Shox is going to be able to get the damage, but not the kill. It's now going to be down if we can switch on over. Twist. He's going to be able to find one, though. He completely fails. Roman clutching that one out. Shox in a 1v2 situation. Everything on the board. He has to do something here. The bomb is perfect for him to be able to defuse. He's just going to be faking this out. But unfortunately, you don't have a kit. You can't afford this at all. Roman is going to be peeking out from the sides. Get the kill. 15th round on the board.
Roman actually comes up pretty clutch in that round. The number of really important kills that he gets towards the end of the round, just to ensure that the bomb gets planted and stay planted, is instrumental in how they manage to win out that round. And as you said, now they're able to breathe a sigh of relief because they're on match point. They know that they, at the very least, will find themselves in overtime. They also know that they have a 10-round lead, and they also know that Team Finest are a very broken buy. They have so little to work with here. Next to no utility bag.
Oh, just going to be able to get one kill, but it's going to get taken down in the end. Mutra's going to be able to get a kill of their own. Looking fairly good. Arky, they'll just be able to do some damage here. They have got this sight on B, so they should be able to get the bomb down, but unfortunately the bomb is a little bit further away than they would have hoped. So they're going to have to go and recover this, and hopefully they haven't been pushed too much down there. 3 versus 4 situation. Advantage completely in sAw's side. We should be seeing Inferno in a moment, but for now, we have to see what these guys are going to be able to do. Nice recovery here, in the hands of the CTs. They might just be able to do that, Statato. To get the bomb planted, but still not committing to it. And I think this is probably going to be a mistake from his side, but they have got time to play. 50 seconds on the board. PlesseN, though, looking to turn this around. He's going to be able to enter the site, be able to get a kill, and now they're going to be looking to push on through Team Finest. Everything to play for here. It's either this round or go through to Inferno. Time is ticking. One defuse kit on Kriaz. They have to make sure they keep an eye on where he's at. PlesseN get tagged down. Maybe even to the death point. 1 HP. I thought he was going to die there. He's finally going to get taken down. 2 versus 3 situation. Shrox and Kriaz. Everything to play for. Little HP on both of them, but it's going to be the headshot. The defuse has to come through now. Kriaz has to be defusing it right now to be able to have a single chance, but I don't know if he starts it in time. Coming around the corner, it's going to be Roman, but sAw with it. The kill. And we're going to be saying GG, well played. Team Finest not able to clutch that one out, and we're going to head on over towards a break, and we'll be back with a breakdown and then onto Inferno, the decider. So stick around.